Hi, welcome to the rocker swing stretch class, specific to countering our rocker swing series. Here we're going to open up hips, front of the hip flexors, and release lower back. We'll start down on the ground in a kneeling position. This class has no sound, so make sure you turn up your own music, and let's go ahead and get started. You'll be sitting on the top of your shins with your knees together. You want to make sure that your knees are touching for this part. On your inhale, open the chest, press your heart forward, and roll your shoulders back. Exhale, round the spine, and belly pulls in tight. Full inhale, eyes look up, throat opens, and full exhale, belly pulls in really tight. Do this on your own about 3 or 4 times, making your breath smooth and steady, thinking about a slower and slower exhale. Each exhale, you're trying to squeeze the last of your breath out. Turn towards the right side of your mat. Hinge and lean forward, feeling a stretch through the left side of your lower back. Now walk your hands all the way over to the left side. Hinge and lean, walk right and walk left. Your job is to keep your knees together and your hips glued towards your heels. Each time you go to the side, you're feeling a stretch in the lower back on the opposite side. So if you're walking your hands to the right, you'll feel a left back stretch. And if you walk your hands to the left, you'll feel a right back stretch. Child's pose. With your knees together, tuck your chin to your chest, roll your spine down, belly pulls in extra tight. You curl into a little ball, bring forehead to the mat right in front of your knees. Fingertips release and relax by your toes. Your shoulders round down. Big back opener here. Keep the belly active to keep your curl tight. Hip stretch. Inhale, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, head comes up last. We'll do a series of hip stretches, working on pelvis tilt. Come up to a tall kneeling position and separate your knees hip distance apart. From here, you'll stick your tailbone out, arch the back, and then tuck the tailbone under. Each time you bring your tailbone under, you're lengthening the lower spine, squeezing the glutes, and opening the hip flexors. Each time you stick your tailbone out, you're arching your back and relaxing the core. So think about activating the core when you press the hip bones forward. Step your right foot forward, and we'll do pelvis tilt here in this position. Each time you press your hips forward, you'll feel an inner groin stretch on the left side. Pelvis tilts back and pelvis tilts forward. The lowest part of your abs, your belly, pulls in and flexes. Step your opposite leg, your left leg forward. Tailbone out and tailbone under. Tailbone out, your core relaxes. Tailbone under, your core engages. Each time your core engages, you feel a stretch in the inner groin of your right side. Using the length of your mat, extend your right leg out at the right side. Your left knee is stacked under your hip. Pelvis tilts under and pelvis tilts forward. Pelvis tilts under, tailbone rises, pelvis tilts forward, and lower belly contracts. We're really working the femur in the hip socket on your right side. When you're ready, switch to your left. working the left hip socket here with your extended left leg. Do a couple more, and when you're ready, we're going to pivot. Your left leg will stay extended, both hands come down to the mat. Here you're going to drop your heel to the floor and then try to get the heel to the other side. So we're rocking heel right side and left side, internally and externally rotating the left leg with a straight knee. Switch sides. We'll transition to the right leg extending. Come down on all fours. Drop the heel right and drop the heel left as far as you can go, allowing your hips to rotate, working your femur in your hip socket. Coming back through center, find your kneeling position. Step your left foot forward. Move your leg 30 degrees away from the midline, so you're really opening up the hip. Now grip the floor with your heel, activate the calf and the hamstring, and pull your hips over to the left. This is a right inner thigh groin stretch. Switch sides. Right leg opens 30 degrees from the body. Use the right leg to pull your hips over to the right side of the mat, feeling a stretch in the left inner groin. Child's pose. Come down into the kneeling position we did before, but this time separate your knees wide to the edges of the mat. Reach your hands super far forward, press your forehead to the floor, and allow your belly to relax now in between your thighs. Before the belly was tight, but now the belly relaxes. Shift the hips side to side. Lots of motion here. Downward facing dog. Press through the heels of your hands, lift your hips towards the sky, curl your toes under, eyes on your kneecaps, and pedal out your down dog. Lots of motion rocking side to side. We really want to build motion in the lower back and the hips. Ragdoll. Tiptoe your feet towards your hands, bend your knees a lot, and then rest here in the forward fold. Nod your head yes, shake your head no, and maybe windshield wipe your arms side to side. Think about touching your right heel and touching your left heel with both hands. Allow your body to drape across your thighs. Your knees are bent as much as you need to, and your lower back really releases. Pause at center and place your fingertips down. Step your left leg back. Hold here. Your left leg is straight. Now bend your right knee a lot. Your right foot is in between your hands and you're trying to get your knee to come forward past the toe. Your left leg is active, driving the heel back, but you want knee to come forward over the toe, even if your heel comes up. Switch legs. The right leg is back. Your left knee bends. Knee comes forward over the toe. Wide leg forward fold. Walk your hands over to the middle of your mat. Your legs are wide, super far apart with toes pointing forward. Go ahead and fold forward here. If you're not sure where you need to be in space, take a look. Your hips want to be over the heels. So right now it's a no. Right here it's a yes. You want your hips forward over your heels. So your hips are stacked right where you're in line with your feet. If your booty pushes back too far, it's not too good. You want more weight in the balls of your feet. Rest and rock side to side. Nod your head yes and shake your head no. Pull your kneecaps up to engage your quads, and your hands can rest on the floor as you rock side to side to give you some balance and support. But again, all of your body weight is in the balls of your feet. Twist. Center your left hand in front of the chest, right hand to the sky, and eyes look up. Press equally between both feet. Pull your belly tight, open up the chest, eyes lift, and hold. Exhale to release, switch hands. Center the right palm in front of the chest, left hand to the sky. Eyes look up, belly pulls tight, chest rotates, push down into both feet equally. And release. Walk over to your right side. Use your right hand to pull against your ankle or your calf and try to get your chest closer. Walk over to the left side. Same thing. Use your left hand, pull ankle or calf, pulse, and move your chest closer. You're moving right side and left side, 3 pulses each side. This is a forward fold with a hamstring stretch. So we're using leverage here, grabbing our ankle or calf to pull our chest closer. If you're confident, both hands grab right leg and pull, forehead to knee. When you're ready, you'll move to the left side. Both hands grab the left leg, forehead to knee. Hands come to center. And see if you can get forearms to come down to the ground. You can deepen the stretch by walking your feet closer together. Dragon twist. Walk your hands over to the front of the mat. Your left leg is forward and your right leg is back. Inhale, left hand to the sky, eyes look up. Hold in your dragon twist with a tight belly, rotating on a straight spine. Activate the right leg and squeeze the right glute. Release. Lower the right knee down. Use your left hand to press your left leg away from the body. Look over the left shoulder. Pigeon. Walk your ankle, your left ankle, over to the right side of the mat, where your right wrist is. Stay tall. Your goal is to get your shin parallel to the front edge of the mat. Lower your right hip bone down 1 inch. And breathe here, opening up the chest and rolling the shoulders back. When you're ready, forward fold, rest on the forearms, or maybe your chest and forehead can come all the way down. Embrace the stretch in your left glute and breathe into it. Side stretch. Inhale to lift, come back to your hands, sit down on your left hip bone, and left heel comes into the groin. Your right leg is fully extended out to the side. Right elbow presses into the inner thigh of the right leg, and left hand reaches up to the sky, and then up and over towards your toe. Every exhale, push the elbow against the thigh to rotate and twist, opening the chest towards the sky. On your next inhale, come up, place the left hand behind your back, press the hips forward, lift right hand to the sky, big side body stretch to counter, and release, sit bones down. Pivot, turn, face your front of your mat, step back into a downward facing dog, pedal it out, and then the right leg will step forward for our dragon twist. Inhale, right hand to the sky, hold the twist, tight belly, steady breath. Activate your left leg, flex the left glute and push the heel back. Lower the left knee down to the mat and pry open your right thigh away from the body. Look over the right shoulder. Pigeon. Bring your right ankle over to the left side of the mat. Stay tall at first, feeling a stretch in the left hip flexor. Lower the left hip bone so that it's level with the right. When you're ready, exhale to release down into the forearms, or you can bring chest or forehead to the floor. Inhale to come back up to hands. Sit down on your right sit bone. Your left leg is extended out to the left side. Press your left elbow against the inner thigh, side stretch. Right hand to the sky, and reach up and over towards your toes, feeling a stretch through the whole right half of your body. Every exhale, push the elbow into the inner thigh to rotate your chest open towards the sky. On your next inhale, come on up. Place your right hand down behind your back. The hips lift and press forward. Left hand to the sky, reach up and over. Counter stretch. Child's pose. Come back to the back of the mat. Knees are wide, big toes touch, and forehead to the floor. If your lower back still feels tight, bring knees together, knees touching for this child's pose. Sphinx. Slide your chest forward, low to the floor, come all the way down on your belly. Place your forearms down on the mat with your elbows stacked under your shoulders. Grip the ground and pull the mat towards your chest so that you can roll your shoulders back, open the heart, and eyes look straight forward. Actively press down with the tops of your feet to activate your quads, lifting your kneecaps. Quad stretch. Keep your left forearm down on the mat. Eyes look back to your right leg. Bend your right knee, catch the top of your foot with your right hand, and pull the heel down towards the side of your glute. Try to keep your right hip bone lowered as well. Each exhale deepens that quad stretch, and when you're ready, switch sides. Catch the left foot in the left hand. Keep the left hip bone down. Twist. Release and roll all the way over onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Keep your knees together. You can make circles or rock side to side, but when you're ready, drop both knees to the right side. Eyes look left. Your knees are one on top of the other. Your right hand presses against the top leg. For a deeper stretch, catch your big toe with your peace fingers and extend the leg out to the side. The focus is stretching through the glute, lower back. When you're ready, inhale to come up, drape knees over to the left side, eyes look right. Left hand presses against the top of the thigh. Do what you did on the other side. So if you used peace fingers to grab the big toe, go ahead and do that now. On your next inhale, come on up. Bring both knees into the chest. Keeping the knees together, make circles to the right and circles to the left, massaging your lower back into the mat. Figure 4. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Reach your left arm between and pull your right shin or thigh in. Keep both shoulders down on the ground, head stays down, and every exhale, bend the arms, use your biceps, and pull. Release. Other side. Right ankle crosses. Place it on the left thigh. Reach the right arm between your legs. Pull your left thigh or shin in, keeping your head and shoulders glued to the ground. Each exhale is to pull. When you're ready, release. Bring your knees to your chest, hands under your thighs, round your spine, rock and roll 3 times until you can come up to a full seated position at the top of the mat. Remember, this stretch class is to be paired with a rocker swing series, the beginner, intermediate, advanced, and HIIT class. Thanks for joining me today. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next class. Have a great day.